So it's the last evening here in the yoga school for me. It's Monday evening. On Saturday we had our graduation ceremony, and before we still had a very inspiring talk by Roshan, our anatomy teacher. We talked about love, and first of all, remember what he said in the previous lectures, that yoga, our previous lecture, that yoga is about impartially observing your own behavior with others, impartially observing your own behavior with yourself, impartially observing your posture, impartially observing your breathing, and impartially observing your mind, including emotions, etc. And what does impartially observing mean? It means you just observe and you don't judge things as good or bad. Like when you observe your behavior, you don't say, oh, I always tend to isolate myself from the group, for example, and that's very bad. But you just observe. You don't even have to describe it in words. Yeah, you just observe your behavior, whatever you do. The same with thoughts, for example. You don't label the thoughts as good or bad, but you just perceive them as they are coming and just look at them. And so now Roshan made the link between this impartial observation and love, because basically he was saying this is the same thing. When you impartially observe something or someone, that's love, something like this, or only love remains. You can see it this way, like when you love someone unconditionally, they can basically do whatever they want. They might not even like to be with you, etc. And you will still love them so much, and it's just not changing. At least that's Roshan's idea, and I also feel this way. When you love someone, it's forever. It's, yeah, unconditional, without conditions and without reason. Yeah. And so this was a beautiful link. And so basically, he said in his last lecture, yoga is love, self-love, and love of others. Or you could just say self-love, because yoga assumes that everything belongs together, everything is one coherent whole. So when you love yourself, you automatically love the whole universe, because all is one. So that was the conclusion of this course, and I thought it was really nice, and it makes sense to me. The other thing, what he then said, what Roshan said, he built this school up, I don't know how long ago, 10 or 15 years ago, I guess. I'm not quite sure, maybe less. So I think it's his yoga school. And now this was the very last 200-hour yoga teacher training that he did. And now he's going into the mountains. He's building a beautiful place there, an ashram or a village. We visited it on one of the Sundays. It's really beautiful with an amazing view. As I understand, it will be there, or maybe it's two different things, I'm not sure. Anyway, he's gonna start like a yoga community where people grow their own foods and make their own clothes. Because he said, like, you can learn about yoga for a long time, you can teach it, you can think about it, but he wants to know, like, he wants to go even further and really, really live it even more and really see how it works in practice. So those were his last words to us, and it was really moving, because you could see it, yeah, it's like a huge step for him. So I'm curious what is going to happen with this. Yeah, and I think he's right. We should probably all stop thinking so much about yoga and just doing it. So if yoga is love, just love. What a cheesy thing to say. Yeah. So tomorrow back to Delhi, and then Friday back home. I'm so grateful for this experience here. So grateful. I cannot tell you. It has been so amazing. I've gained such a new perspective on yoga and on life in general, and myself. And India feels like home to me. It felt like it already on the first day. It's so warm and friendly and happy. I really love it. Yeah, and now I'm also excited to go back to Berlin because it's also nice. So, yes, good night. And maybe I should end with the words that Roshan always says in the end of his classes. Love yourself, appreciate yourself, take very good care of yourself. I think that's it, or something very similar. Okay.